is Hurricane Watch.
Hello CFA and welcome to this week's Hurricane Watch. My name is Delilah.
And I'm Anne Francis.
And this week we have a lot to talk about and catch you up on.
So first, the high school theater program's production last weekend of The Light Before We Land was a grand success. Keeping adequate social distancing and smooth transitions of the multiple audiences between each company well accompanied the amazing, beautiful, and inspiring performances of all the high school student actors.
There were 3 individual companies of students that performed 3 different arrangements of scenes that contributed to their overall individual themes. The themes were categorized based on the quarantine and what happened. The company's performances were based on the topics of relationships, the contagious disease and also love, and the destruction of the entertainment industry with allusions to rain and water. To quote director Jennifer Avery, she says, "Not only did experienced seniors execute extremely mature and technically challenging material, from scenes to singing, but also freshmen, even new to the school, jumped in with both feet, offering writing, stories, open hearts, and a willingness to experiment, create, and be vulnerable. It was amazing to see everyone of all ages and experiences create something together that was bigger than themselves. That was magical."
So now we have a few shout-outs of some exemplary people. So first we have Lily Shabetta, who really stepped up to the plate when creating 2 original pieces for this production. Lily wrote 2 songs, one accompanied by a dance during one of the shows, and the other performed as the grand finale for the whole production, titled The Light Before We Land. Not only did Miss Shabetta compose a beautiful and complex piece, but to quote Miss Avery again, she was incredibly flexible and professional when it came to editing the piece to fit an enticing and understandable song for the whole company to sing.
Next, we have a shout out to Erin Baginski, who really had her hand in all of the pies last weekend and for the past couple of months. She helped design and build a set in addition to costumes, contributed writing, choreographed to Lily Shabetta's original song, and performed in the show surrounding entertainment, specifically taking on her first monologue. Beautiful job, Miss Baginski.
Lastly, we have a huge shout out to the official production stage manager, Jack Glenn, who contributed his organizational talent to help all the shows run smoothly and within the 20-minute viewing time. As well, thank you.
Lastly, we need to give a huge set of appreciation, respect, and kudos to the 3 amazing directors of the theater program at CFA. Jennifer Avery, who is the overall director, Cheryl Cannonzinger, who is the production coordinator, and Benedict Fancy, who is the technical director. Their dedication to the students here and their love for theater and the creation of art in such difficult times contributed to the smooth execution of this beautiful production as a whole.
So, moving on, today was Veterans Day, and to celebrate that, under the direction of our very own Mr. Gurgle, Senior Brooks Mine put together a great video via the Historical Society Rho Kappa. One of our faculty members and veteran of the United States Army commented, "Thanks for putting this together. I have certainly experienced some rough times serving this great country, and today I live with many disabilities. But when I see something like this video, it makes it all worth it. I'm energized and proud to have served, and I thank you. I thank you on behalf of many soldiers I have served with, and the many who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our country."
Way to go, Rho Kappa!
Following the viewing of the video, CFA students made holiday cards for our service members to be sent out to all serving both at home and abroad. Here's a few examples.
So in addition to that, winter sports are starting up this Friday with varsity and junior varsity cheerleading, women's basketball, and men's basketball. So, the varsity girls team took some major losses, losing key players last year to university, such as Chloe Kernan, Jay Washington, Kaya Simpson, Abby Kavanaugh, and Lacey Kleppinger. This year, there are only 2 current seniors on the team, myself, and our foreign exchange student, Elena Serbendakic, who is currently in Serbia with her family, committed to CFA's online school. We are hoping Elena can return sometime second semester to hop in on some of the basketball action, as she is deeply missed by her team and CFA as a whole. So let's cue to Mr. Kanzinger, who interviewed Coach Tony Martin talking about his varsity men's team. Let's get down to it.
I'm here with Coach Martin. We're going to talk about this year's basketball team. So, Coach, what are your expectations and what are you excited about this year?
Hey, Bill, I appreciate it. We're excited to be able to play. Just excited to be able to get out there and do what these guys love and do best and bring some school spirit. It's a big challenge losing in our community. George's, Emmanuel, and Yvonne, they represented the very best of a student athlete in CFA. And we do have some veteran guys coming back with Gavin and Jack providing great leadership. Chatham as a veteran guy, as well as KJ, Caden, Thomas, Evan. We've got a really good group coming back. Excited about the new guys as well. Vitas brings a strong guy who's been an outstanding member of our community. Imran, super bright, intelligent point guard. And Simeon, just a sweetheart of a guy, really versatile on the court. And then you've got Pierce, who's really athletic. And then we have a couple young guys in Davis and Isaiah that really are sponges. So I'm excited about our group this year.
And what are your expectations for this season?
A Final Four run. Although we have to be realistic, losing 3-year starters with those guys mentioned is really difficult to replace, but we are always going to shoot for a Final Four run.
Well, thanks for your time, Coach. We're going to throw it back to Ann and Delilah.
Thanks so much.
The varsity and JV cheerleading teams have been hard at work the past 2 weeks learning cheers and chants with a bundle of new freshmen joining the teams. We are excited to take on the role of upping the level of school spirit considering the dull circumstances of COVID-19. And yes, our masks do match our bows. Both JV and varsity cheer teams will be lining Hurricane Alley on Friday morning in honor of game day. And don't forget, as requested by Fear captains Alex Johnson, Matthew Azell, and J.R. Johnston, wear your favorite jersey to school on Friday in support of your CFA teams.
Now lastly, one thing we do in fact need to mention is the need for respect of our community, campus, and our general space, as there has been an alarming amount of trash outside and in the hallways found during and after school. Now please remember that your trash is your responsibility to throw away and or recycle in the correct places. We have a global pandemic on our hands and we need to support our environment in the best ways possible now more than ever.
Speaking of trash, we have a very special birthday on Sunday. Our very own Delilah Mills will be turning 18, so if you see her around the school, make sure to give her an air five, some jazz hands, an elbow bump, whatever you want to do to make sure that she feels loved.
Now, thank you for tuning in, CFA, and don't forget to social distance, wash your hands, and wear your masks. Our 3 W's mean we're all here all year.
And remember, stay classy, CFA.